This is Brandon with Intek Technology Solutions. In this video, we are going to walk through some benefits and features of the ALTA platform. Here at Intek, we are proud partners with Avigion, and we think the ALTA platform is among the best video management systems around, mainly because of its user-friendly and efficient design. It is an open platform that allows expandability and ease of entry, and the smart analytics allow for fast responses and keeps you having to scroll through hours of video. ALTA is a cloud-native platform which allows for multiple sites to be connected and seen through a single pane of glass. It also means that ALTA Client is supported on most devices. It is browser-based and extensively tested on Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge, which makes it compatible with most devices including PC and Mac. ALTA also has mobile apps available for Android devices running version 7 and later, and iPhone and iPad devices running iOS 15 and later. This allows for access from virtually anywhere, anytime, across a variety of devices. With the ALTA platform using ALTA cameras, there is no need for servers. The cameras can handle all the storage and the computing within the camera themselves, which means expandability is endless, which makes for a simple install anywhere at any location with just an internet connection. What sets ALTA apart from others is being able to add most third-party cameras to the ALTA platform with the use of the cloud connector. Cloud connectors can be used to connect your existing cameras, allowing them to utilize the powerful analytics in the ALTA world. After logging into ALTA Aware, you'll be greeted with the home page. The home page is where you can see all the tools that you can utilize in ALTA Aware. The first tool that we're going to take a look at is Video View. Video View defaults to a quad view. If you'd like to change this to a different type of layout, you can always click in the bottom left here where the Layouts tab is. In the Layouts tab, you'll get different options for different types of views. We are just going to stick with the quad view for now, but you could click these and choose any other one that you would like. Anytime you choose a view, you can go back up here to your cameras, and you can click and drag any one of these individual cameras onto the screen. So we're going to do different cameras here, fill this thing up. And anytime that you have a camera on there, like, oh, I don't want that camera, you can just click and drag another camera right over top of it and it'll replace it. Now let's say you have this view and you want to save it so you don't have to rebuild it every time. You can just go down here in the bottom right hand corner and click Save Video View. It will open up with a tab here and you can just either name it whatever you'd like. We're going to name ours Test. You could share it with any other individual users or groups in the system, or you could do all users, or you could check neither and just save it for yourself. We'll hit Save. Now once that's saved, it'll save down here in Video View tab on the left. If we want to make that like our default home page, we can right click on it and hit Make Default View, Video 1. And then now we can right click on this, hit Close tab, which will take us back to our home page. So now anytime that we open Video View tool again, it'll default us to that quad view that we saved. At any time that we want to open another tool, we can just click here and hit Video View again if we want and create another one, or any of the other tools that we'll go over later. But for now, we'll go back to our one that we saved. And to start with recorded video, you have the timeline here showing the gray shows motion, purple will show vehicles, and blue will show people. At any time, if we want to take a camera back into recorded view, individually, we can click Enter Playback Mode on that single window. And then now this window is in playback mode. Or we take that out of playback mode, we can take all the cameras back into playback mode by clicking the Enter Playback Mode button in the bottom right hand corner. This will take and sync all 4 cameras into playback mode. So now when we drag one camera, as you can see, it'll drag all the cameras back in time. So this is helpful for if you have multiple cameras in one area that you're trying to search through, and then you can drag all your cameras back in time instead of trying to find that. Now we're going to take ours back to live view. And now we're back to live view. So going back and forth between live and recorded view is super simple, super fast, and it doesn't take a lot of time. One other cool piece is if you want to take this one camera back and you simply just want to find something that happened, let's say a couple days ago. We can go back here and we can see blue lines are people, purple is cars. So I can simply just go right here to this blue and I'm going to be able to see a person here. Yep, so now we got a person walking out here. So it's easy to find whether there's people or vehicles instead of scrolling through hours of video and hoping that you can find that one piece you're looking for. This helps you narrow down incidents very quickly. Now we're gonna go back to live view. Now we're gonna take a look at our search tool. Our search tool is very helpful for finding a single person or single vehicle in a specific time. It's really great at searching a lot of cameras really fast and getting us results. In the search tool, there is multiple different options. We're going to start with that appearance search first. Appearance search is really good for vehicle and people. We're going to go ahead and utilize the vehicle one today. We're going to just select appearance, all types of vehicles, a white colored vehicle. So that's our what, vehicle and white. And then we're going to go to our where, so we can choose specific cameras that we want to look at, or we can just choose all cameras. And we can choose our when, which is default selected as 12 hours. We can select any of the other times here, or you can do a manual time period if you want to go back farther and through a specific time. We're just going to leave it on 12 hours. We'll hit search. Now it'll start pulling through the system and finding us all the clips of all the white vehicles in the last 12 hours on all of our cameras. We can go ahead and pick on this GMC truck here. Once we find the videos of that specific truck, you can kind of hover over it and it will play like a little clip of it if it's there. Or you can just hit, yep, there it goes. And you can hit select video to start building that case. So I'm just gonna select a couple of these videos here of that truck. This is a super easy way to start building a case against a certain device or a certain item. So we just got 5 clips there. I know there's more, but we'll just go with those for now. So now what we can do with this, we can share it, save it, whatever we'd like. There's 3 different options when you click up here on the top left of that share and save button. You got bookmark, so you can bookmark these clips in the system for other people to see in the system. You can create an external link, or you can export it. Export would be like if you want to save it to your computer, save it to a thumb drive, kind of that old way of doing it. My favorite one is to create the external link. It's an easy way to share it. Everyone's accessible to it. It's fast. We'll go ahead and create the link. In the link, we can click the different clips that we exported here. We can change the size of that clip by dragging these bars around if we want to add or subtract some stuff, or move the whole thing. It's going to show us that timeline so we can see people and where the vehicle, the hot spots are. We can name our clip here. So we can name it. We're just going to name ours test. And then you can give it a description if you want. This is the video link. You can click it and it'll copy it to your clipboard if you'd like. So this way you can paste it into an email. You can give it to someone else in there for a browser, whatever, however you like to share it. But if they have this link, then they can access the video. You can make it available for just a certain amount of time. You can hit allow download, so that way if they get the link and they're like, oh, you want them to keep it, they can go ahead and download it. You can include audio and you can password protect it. Here we're just going to create it with just these default settings. It's going to default copy that to our clipboard. When you hit create, I can just drag over another window here. And if I just paste that link into any browser, so if you sent that email to someone, they paste it in their browser, they're going to get that fast access to those clips. So it makes it really easy and fast to get those video clips, and you don't have to worry about losing a thumb drive or getting a thumb drive back or who has the video. So it's a nice way to be able to make it go away too after that certain amount of time period, or password protect it. Okay, and so that's it for our search tool for the appearance side. Now we'll take a look at line cross search. So line cross search is really helpful if you want to have a specific area you're looking for. So now there's multiple different ways to start a new search. You can click here and click new search. You can either close out of this tab and open a new search tab through the tools menu here. We're just going to go ahead and click new search, choose line cross, and then line crossing we can do people or vehicles just like the other one. This one we'll go ahead and do people. We'll just do all people with all color clothing, and so that'll be our what. Our where, we're just going to choose the front door. So in each camera that you choose, you want to drag a line on it to create our rule. So now if we drag a line here, or maybe we're looking to see if when somebody went in and out of our front door and at what time, We can choose one direction or both directions. So maybe if you're wanting to see someone just leaving, you could just click that and it would only give you the results of someone leaving. So we'll just go ahead and leave it on both. You can create multiple lines. So if you had like multiple doors or something and go in different directions, you could choose that. Our when, we're just going to let it be at the default of 12 hours. We're going to go ahead and select search. And there we're going to start getting all those little clips of everyone going in and out of our front door. Once we found the person we want, we can do the same thing as we do with the appearance search. We can just select the video up there. We can go ahead and do share or save. We can export or create external link. If we want to export, it looks kind of like how the create external link does. You can adjust those video clips, so you can move those around and whatever, and then you can select your video format that you want to export it as. You can also password protect it here too. And then you can hit export. And then that's the biggest thing with the line tool. So the line tool could be super helpful if you're trying to find that front door, when someone came in your parking lot, when this car moved that's in the parking lot. Maybe if you're looking at a parking lot of like 100 cars and you want to know when that one moved or someone hit that one, you can draw a line beside it and see when they crossed. So that's the line cross search. So now that we went over all the search tools, we're going to go on to the next tool, which is our rules tool. So rules are very helpful for like things that are happening in the future, things that you want notified about when they happen. The search tool is for going back in the time, back in the past. So now we're going to use the rules tool to start to alert us when things are currently happening. So here we have a couple rules. It'll show you the type. This is a line cross. This is a loitering one. How many cameras it's utilizing and the importance of that rule. And then the actions. We'll go ahead and create a new one. Let's say we're wanting to know when anyone's coming into our parking lot at a certain hours. So we're going to go ahead and name it parking lot ingress. So we're going to go ahead and choose our line tool and hit next. So now it's going to know what are we looking for. So we want to know when anytime a vehicle, any color, any type of vehicle comes in, let's say our front driveway here. So we're going to choose these two cameras. Let's choose these two cameras here. So now we're going to go click that individual camera we want, and we're going to draw a line right here. We want to know anyone that comes in, so we're going to remove the out. It's going to show us that here on the camera thumbnail. And then we're going to choose our other side of our parking lot here. We're going to draw a line there, and we're going to want to know anytime someone comes in. Then we're going to hit next. Now it's going to show us when. So when do we want this to trigger? So I want it to trigger on the weekends because no one's supposed to be there, and on the weekdays at certain times. So on the weekdays, I want from, let's just say 24 to 5 in the morning. And then on the weekends, we're just going to do all day. So now during those hours on the weekday and these hours on the weekend, which is all day in this case, it's going to do something. So now we got to go check our actions. What do we want it to do when that rule gets triggered? We can have it pop up in the app, as long as this is checked, or in the user. So if someone's in the system like we are right now, it'll pop up for them. You can select certain users or groups to do this with, or all users. You can have it send an email, external link, whatever you'd like it to do. So we'll just leave it on pop-up for now. Now, if you want to make sure this works and you want to test this rule, you can go ahead and hit historic video test, and it's going to use the system's existing video to go ahead and find these rules. So as we can see here, yes, we definitely have people coming in. The rule does seem to work. So we'll go ahead and hit done. We're going to select a user here. And then once we have a user selected, so that's who it's going to notify, the administrator group, we'll go ahead and hit done. So that'll be in here. Now, anytime you want to edit that rule, you can just click on it and simply click if you want to edit the what, the where, and the when, and the actions. So it's an awesome way to use the rules is just to be notified when something's happening instead of just waiting to hear from somebody and have to go back and find it. This is a good way to make this camera system work for you in the present. Okay, now we're going to take a look at a couple more tools. We're going to start with the map tool. The map tool can be super helpful for getting a broad overview with a large space and a lot of cameras. It'll show us a live view of kind of what is going on in that moment. So like here we're going to see we have a couple vehicles on the map. It is a live map. So if someone drives through this parking lot right now, it would show us a purple car driving through through the parking lot. It could do the same thing with people also. And at any time, so you see this vehicle, you can go ahead and click on it and it's going to show us that vehicle right now. You can either look at the vehicle. You could say, hey, I want to search this vehicle with all my cameras. I could go ahead and hit search and it would take us to the search tool and start searching all those cameras for that vehicle. Another cool feature is you can have all your cameras placed on here so you can see where they're at and what they see. Here again, you can search out of here, or you can go ahead and make that full screen in that view. Another cool feature is it does record everything on the map. So if you go back in time here, we can go back and find here in this blue area. So that means there shouldn't be some people. So sure enough, there is people walking in the building right now. And if we play it, we can click on those and also view them. So it's super cool, super easy way to get a large view of a large area and keep track of what's going on. Another tool that we can take a look at here is the counting tool. There's two different types of counting. There's objects in view and then line crossing. So objects in view is going to be like what the camera sees right now. And that's what it's showing us. It sees one person right now and two vehicles. Line crossing is going to be how many vehicles come in and out of an area or just in an area, however you want to set it up. So this one, we can go ahead and click on this. It doesn't show that it's counting any because I just set this up for this demo. We can go ahead and edit it. You could have it reset weekly, daily, or never. So we go ahead and hit next. We can set up what do we want to count. We can count people, vehicles, or both. I just have it set to both, and then I have it set on like our front door here. So anytime someone comes in or out of this parking lot, it's going to count them. So if we have this run all week, we'd get a good idea of how many people come into our parking lot throughout the week. Now the other one that has objects in view is going to show us what is in the view. Now we only have two people in the view it shows. So we can go ahead and hit edit. We can name it. We can count people, vehicles, or both. We can choose what cameras we want them on. Right now you can see we have one vehicle here in this area. And we have another vehicle here in this area is why we're getting that count of two. The road, I have the road blocked out so that way we don't get false positives off the road. So that is the counting tool and the map tool. Two definitely different features in most systems, but very helpful in certain situations. That is our overview of the ALTA platform. If you have any questions or want something shown in more detail, just reach out to us here at Intek, either by email or phone, and we can make that happen. Thanks.